El Menor y Alvaro Beltran. Sacando, Horn, USA. Tim?
Yeah, this is one of those interesting matchups because Alvaro and Moreno have been playing for many, many years together, whereas the Team USA, this is a first for them, playing as a doubles team, and so they literally played, I think, 4 matches together. And so it's a growing experience for them, whereas the Mexicans are just business as usual.
Yeah, both of the U.S. players play on the IRT Men's Tour and the WRT as well. It's still 0-0 as Alvaro skips one in off the fly.
So what we've seen this week, especially from Alvaro in singles, is kind of a slow start, I think it could be fair to say. And we'll see whether that's the case in doubles as well.
Vuelve. Earlier, Alvaro lost to Carlos Keller from Bolivia, 2-0. He had 4 game points in the second set and wasn't able to close it. Beltran. Horn. Beltran.
Skip ball.
And another blackout. Not atypical here in Santo Domingo, yet very disturbing. Our head official is Curtis Cullen from Canada, once again. 2 lines people, Danilo Alfaro and Leo, his compatriot.
We've seen some good sportsmanship here between a lot of the players, and Jose Diaz is down there on the U.S. bench and having a joke with Moreno about appealing the lights, and it's good to see that kind of relationship between players. It's part of racquetball community.
Yes. We see Simon Perdomo from the Dominican in the stands. He's a many-time player for the Dominican team in national and international events. His daughter is participating in this event as well.
So Gary, now that while we have a break, I kind of mentioned that the U.S., this is a first for them, and they lost one of their group matches. What advice would you give them if you're head coach Dave Ellis?
Once again, play loose, try to play loose. Use as many strategies that you know to keep yourself in that mindset. Play your game. You guys have the tools. It's not like the skill set from Moreno and Alvaro are much better or even better than these guys. These guys have the tools. And Bobby played last year, played with Rojas, did very well in Santa Cruz. Herrera's played on the Pro Tour for a period of years.
Here we go.
They have youth on their side.
Absolutely.
Moreno and Beltran are in their mid to later 30s, and these guys are in their mid to later 20s. So
yep.
There's a 10-year gap in favor of the U.S. Nick Lobb. Ceiling ball, Moreno.
Good ball. Knock down. Good ball. Ball.
Again, no argument from the U.S. That's good to see. Should just mention that the rain has come. It's been very humid today. It affects the ball somewhat, although it is air conditioned inside the courts, but not outside. So those fans, coaches, enjoy the heat and humidity, and the players enjoy the air conditioning. But why not? They're the athletes.
It's also affected the power supply. Wrap around, Herrera. And nobody home left side. It's all or none by Herrera. He left the left side open, and Alvaro touch pinch. Horn right side. Pinch winner. 0-2, Moreno, Zeta, Herrera, Beltran, punto, 1-2. Complejo Olímpico Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, techo. So there's a case where vantage point from up here looked like it skipped, but they've awarded points 2-2. Ball's still in play, Tim.
Oh, wow. What a rally. I think we're going to see an appeal here.
We know who the team captain is here. It's Anthony. Pushed Bobby out of the way. So the appeal by the U.S. is on the rebound off the back wall. Off the video, the ball hit Mexican player. The call by the official was no. The appeal is yes. One line person disagreed, one didn't see it, so they're going to replay it. That's a case where no appeal is used, and they replay the point.
Alvaro is not happy with the line judge over here to my left. And what he said, literally, if I could read his lips, he said, "Who's that?"
And that is Lueres, who is one of the Dominican officials for the IRF, who replaced Danilo Alfaro.
Moreno tells him to let it go.
Dos igual, Zeta, techo, horn, paseo, punto, 3-2. Zeta, poco flojo. Herrera, después el cambio. Repite. Yeah, he's fishing for an avoidable. Had that ball not hit Herrera, the ball would have gone to the corner. He doesn't have to give that up. He has to give the straight in and a cross court that would ultimately finish.
Yeah, I think Curtis made the right
court.
call. Curtis made the right call.
Correct.
And Alvaro's maybe using some of his pro experience of working the ref to maybe get a call later.
There's a case of miscommunication, Tim.
Absolutely.
2-3.
2-3. Techo. Punto. Moreno.
It's great hands.
Media Globo. Wrap around.
Get ball. Left down.
Enforzado.
3-3.
Empate a 3. Zeta. Moreno.
Get ball point.
Enforzado otra vez. De horn.
4-3.
4-3.
Something that helps the Mexican team is that Moreno is left-handed, and there aren't that many left-handed players here, Gary, given that 10% of the population is left-handed. But in doubles, it's a huge advantage because both players are hitting forehand.
Yes.
Left down. Reserve 4.
Thinking one other team, and that's Ecuador. Alvarez, a lefty on the left side, playing with Rios. Moreno, Herrera, Moreno, horn. Ball kissed off the side wall. Wide angle pass left side. Cuatro igual. Lobo Nick. Moreno. Alvaro. Moreno. Moreno. Kill. Herrera.
5 serves 4.
Anything you've seen so far surprise you, Gary, in this match?
No, it's early.
Get ball. Side out.
It's early.
4 serves 5.
I look for Mexico to settle in a little more and make fewer errors.
Point. 5 serves 5.
Call stands. Once again, Leo doesn't see. He should stand up over on the right side.
I think what they were saying is that the ball hit Moreno's racket before it hit Herrera.
They were appealing to that effect.
Exactly.
Hold it, replay.
Dead ball hinder, replay. First serve, one serve.
5 serves 5.
Short hop, wide angle. Ceiling. Horn. This hit.
Oh, no. Point.
He's calling a skip ball before the ball got to the front wall.
6 serves 5.
So 6-5, game one. Men's quarterfinal doubles. Herrera. Great hands, Alvaro.
Yeah, that's beautiful. One of the things that has really helped referees this week is the use of the microphone. They have a sound system built into the courts, so conversation can be, unlucky. So conversation can be clearly heard by the players, as opposed to some courts where you play and you're refereeing and you're shouting through the door, through cracks. There's confusion, which again detracts from the actual play of the players.
Sure. Adds to the professional environment. Z. Herrera. Skip. Looked like it skipped here. I guess not.
5 serves 7.
That's why it's important to have lines people.
Absolutely.
Winner, Horn.
6 serves 7.
6 sirve a 7. Primer set. Bobby Horn, California Norte. Compañero.
Get ball, point.
Empate a 7. Su compañero Anthony Herrera vive en Arizona ahora. Regionalmente de Grand Junction in Colorado. Techo Moreno. Horn. Herrera. Herrera. Punto.
8 serves 7.
There's a great example of what happens when you can control the middle of the court. You dictate the play, you're forcing a defensive response from your opponent, and Herrera was able to finally hit the ball low enough that it was irretrievable.
These guys, the gringos can attack the ball. They can control where it's going. They're going to be successful. So far they have. They have a 1-point lead at 8-7. Lob. Skip. 9-7.
9-7.
Second skip from Moreno.
U.S. coach is David Ellis. Second go-around as coach for the team. And longtime Mexican coach is Javier's father, Javier Sr.
Get ball, side out. 7 serves 9.
Beltran. Half lob. Wrap around. And a winner. Ball broke. New ball, dead ball hinder. We'll replay the point. 7-9 Mexico serving.
So can you explain this rule just quickly? Because there's always discussion about when a ball breaks and when you should replay it and when the call stands. So in this case, it's a replay.
Right,
what situation would it be where it's not a replay?
Let's assume that the ball was not squeezed by the U.S.
Yeah.
Mexico grabbed the ball. All right, the call was a rollout point. And the U.S. failed to check the ball. Mexico grabs the ball, knows that it's broken, probably, drops the ball, and the ball takes a fair bounce, and they strike it, and then it breaks. Then the ref can infer that it broke on the serve, so the point would be awarded. And the only way to legally check the ball, according to the rule book, is to, with the hand, squeeze it.
Right.
If you hit it, it precludes any check, and the call would stand.
And we have had one or two situations where a player or coach has maybe misinterpreted the rules or confused rules with the IRT, for example, or the WRT, and that's why we have a officiating team. That's why we have the rule book and director of officials. And we've made a couple of clarifications during the week just to make sure that the calls are correct and that the play is fair.
Case in point, court hinders. People say, are there court hinders? And the answer is yes. Now, there are no designated court hinders. However, if the ball takes an unfair bounce, including off of a wet spot, then it can be called. And the only time in the pros, men's pros at least, that a court hinder can occur is on a wet ball off the first surface, off the front wall.
That's correct.
The other thing is carries. Carries are not legal in IRF play. Whereas in the U.S., if you do it unintentionally, they're okay.
Yeah, I had a situation yesterday where a player carried the ball and admittedly said so, thinking that it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
I called side out, and why? Well, you carried it. And that's where it's important for coaches and players to understand the rules and maybe actually spend some time reading the rule book to make sure that small things like that don't change momentum, don't change attitude or the mental aspects of the game where 1 or 2 points can win a match, as we've already seen today on our feed.
We talked about Alvaro being ready for this match. He lost earlier. He's 36 years old. Will the earlier match take a toll on him? So the call by Curtis was skip. Overruled. Roll out. Cambio. Horn's asking for a clarification. Call stands. Neither linesman gave him an opinion. No, we have an incorrect call.
Well, the situation is that Bobby is saying, yeah, he hit a good shot, but I got it back. And appealed that he got it back before it was
after
two
the
bounces.
first appeal.
Correct.
The ref said the ref's call is rally ending shot, and Bobby's appealing that he got to it before the second bounce.
And I think the challenge that the referee is facing is that he said it was a skip, therefore he didn't kind of see what happened next. That would be my guess anyway.
In IRF play, he can pull himself out of the equation by saying, I make a non-call, a no call. And since both lines people didn't see it, their call should be no call, which means ultimately it would be a replay. Another difference between U.S. rules and IRF. With lines people, on occasion, a referee, after an appeal, can say, my call is no call. In other words, I was screened out. Whereas the normal protocol is, if he didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Right.
In this case, he didn't see it. I'm taking myself out of the equation.
Yeah.
Then it's up to the lines people. In this case, the lines people, we need their opinion.
Well, in this case, both lines judges said we didn't see it either.
Well, they didn't see the skip.
No, I think they said we didn't see what happened afterwards.
I'm not sure that the appeal is in place. Now, Carlos Ruiz has been summoned to discuss the interpretation.
And Carlos is the director of officiating.
The director of officials here. Carlos is from Venezuela, and he's now residing, by the way, in China.
So it looks like after all that, we have a half out.
Half down, 11-7. Hold up, hold up.
That's why we have rules. That's why we have people in their proper places. So it's second server. Herrera, Moreno, Horn, errant skip. Lazy on that one, didn't shift his weight.
Yeah, and there was just a change in momentum with the few minutes of discussion, and you kind of wonder whether he wasn't mentally prepared to get back into the match.
That's where experience comes in.
Absolutely.
Mexico serving, sacando Beltran, 7-11.
That was a horrible bounce for Alvaro. Just one of those things that happens in a court, and you've got to accept it. Bad bounce, move on. If you let it dwell, then you're going to start making more mistakes because you're thinking about the last one.
Great inning, half inning for the U.S.
11-7.
Maintains their 4-point lead. 11 sirve a 7 Estados Unidos contra Mexico. Lobo, Nick. Techo, Moreno. Vidrio, Horn. Punto. Usado, punto. Estados Unidos. 12-7. Santo Domingo in República Dominicana. Gary Mazarov, Tim Baghurst, Rick Glazebrook. IRF Network. So there's a case, Tim. The ball bounced and left the playing field. It's a replay.
Great hands from Bobby Horn.
So here's a case where Mexico's being outplayed. Same scenario with Alvaro earlier with Carlos Keller. Alvaro was able to gain momentum, I should say, in game two, but he couldn't close it out. We'll see what happens in game two if the U.S. closes this one out.
Yeah, little interesting rules caveat to add to that. Moreno dove for the ball and tore his glove and came out, and so the question is that an equipment timeout, or is he forced to take an actual timeout?
In common sense play, unless somebody's abusing the rule, then the referee will honor that. And in IRF play, it's an official timeout whereby he gets 30 seconds to replace his glove or racket or eyewear, unless there are extenuating circumstances.
Right, so if it's just I feel like changing my glove, I don't think so.
Right.
Let's play.
Which oftentimes can be a delay.
Right. Whereas in this case, it was, look, here's my glove. It's ripped apart, and they took a timeout anyway. Probably a good thing to do, given that you're down 13-7.
This is the 28th Pan American Racquetball Championships. The first one was in 1987. It was called at that point in time the Torneo de las Americas, Tournament of the Americas. That was held in Costa Rica. Last year this event was held in Bolivia in Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Horn was there playing doubles with Jose Rojas. Nick Lobb, wrap around, Sealing, Alvaro, Horn. Got handcuffed. See the dynamics, Tim, of doubles.
Yeah.
Horn, who's right side player, ends up on the left.
Yeah.
And that's part of communication.
Just an update for all the Canadian and Costa Rican fans here. Looking over to my left, they're playing their quarterfinal right now. Canada won the first game 15-2, if that's correct. But Costa Rica are up 12-4 serving right now. Let's see what Mexico can do with with the chance of a couple of serves.
Beltran sacando, 7-13. Cambio de Horn. Moreno. Vive en Chihuahua, en Mexico. Cambio otra vez. Sin puntos. Estados Unidos. Horn. 13. Sirve a 7. Nick. Lobo. Techo. Splat. Punto.
14, serve 7.
Punto de set número 1. He called invasion. Invasion of the safety zone and a point scored for USA. We'll be back to the IRF network, trying to come back and force a tiebreak. Alvaro Beltran, Bobby Horn, Moreno, Herrera, Beltran, Beltran again, and the ball's down. See him rip it down this left side wall, even though his partner was there, Tim.
Yeah, you see that change at least at this first point where Mexico said, you know what, we're going to attack this, and it'll be interesting to see if they really do change their tactics in this, or if it's the same, just kind of rally, or are they going to take more chances and put the U.S. on the back foot, playing more defensively?
We'll see if they're more deliberate. Probably not. Probably play the same game style and try to tighten their grip, if you will. Make more shots.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things you mentioned earlier is that the U.S. team is much younger, and it looks like we're going to do a replay for a screen.
Yeah, visual hinder.
But the U.S. team are athletic. They're moving well. They're getting a lot of balls back, and mistakes like that just shouldn't happen at world championship level.
Yeah, it was a good serve by Horn. Let's see if he does it again. Ball hugged the wall. Looks like mentality of at least Moreno is be a little more conservative now and see if Horn and or Herrera make more mistakes.
Right.
Back wall. Sealing, Herrera, Alvaro. We like the aggressive nature of Bobby, but Anthony would have had that.
I agree. Better both go than no one, right?
Empate, 1-1. Álvaro Beltrán sacando. Representante de México contra los Estados Unidos. Lobo, medio lobo. Vuelve. Un servicio en este evento IRF. Un servicio. Herrera. Mata. Empate a 1. Lobo. Herrera. Herrera. Moreno. Horn. Buena pega. Paseo. Horn sacando. Otra vez. Lobo Nick. Techo. Horn. Dos botes, punto. 2-1. Wow. Bit of contact while Horn was rolling the ball out, right corner. Moreno and Herrera had a collision. Herrera will live with that, Tim, since his partner rolled the ball out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, credit to these players. There's no animosity there. It's a case of get up and clean the court and let's move on. That being said, it gives time for Team Mexico to have a little conversation about what needs to change, because
the only animosity I see is Mexico against the USA saying, how are you playing this well? We should be winning this match.
Right, we're the 2012 world champions, and this shouldn't be happening to us. This is the quarterfinals.
Good shot, point, 3 serves 1.
If the U.S. holds on, Mexico men are out.
That's right.
They're done.
And again, as we mentioned earlier, that has, or could have potentially, depending on the points, huge ramifications when it comes to the Pan Am seedings.
Yes. Where
Where you don't want to be facing a top-tier team in one of the early rounds.
Moreno, Herrera, Moreno, Herrera, Beltran, Herrera, Moreno,
Good ball.
Piso, México sacando, 1 sirve a 3. Segundo set. Perdió México en el primero.
Half down.
Alvaro tried to block that back and wasn't able to do so.
Serve 3.
He's upset with himself. Lobo.
No. 2 bounce. 2 bounce.
Even if not physical fatigue, it could be mental fatigue on behalf of Alvaro here, Tim.
Well, we've got an appeal here that says that Alvaro says that the ball had a bad bounce off the back wall. That's why I skipped it. They appealed.
That being said, he never moved to the ball.
That's true, and like you said, that you're playing in both singles and doubles. You're not 18, and you played a hard match literally just a few hours ago. It might make a difference when you want to go for that ball, but just don't really have the legs to do so.
And it's day 6 of the event. Alvaro, Herrera, Alvaro, Horn, Alvaro, rally ending shot, right side, Mexico serving 1-3. Game 2, trying to force a tiebreak in this quarterfinal men's doubles match.
Just a quick update over on my left with Team Canada and Costa Rica. It's 14-9 Costa Rica. They were up 14-5, so Canada have pulled 4 points back. Looks like there's some appealing going on in that match. So again, quite a tight match.
Ball cracked at the back wall. Point. 2-3. Mexico sacando. Campeonato Panamericano de Racquetball. Global. Little change of attitude there. Alvaro hit a high lob to the left from the right side. He hadn't done that before. He got the weak return, but he wasn't able to put it away.
Yeah, we've seen a few mistakes from Alvaro in this game number 2. Moreno went over and said, don't worry about it, let's go. Good teammate, smart talk.
Lobo, Herrera, Techo, Alvaro, sobre mano, Horn. Ah, beautiful. Way to move the feet.
Wonderful hands, too.
Those of our viewers, very agile. Early racket prep. Got to the position where he had spacing between he and the ball, and he was able to end the rally in the left corner. Comes back with the same serve. See what the call is. He's calling a point. Now, had Anthony made any move, he probably would have received a replay.
Yeah, possibly, and Bobby wanted it, and Anthony just kind of accepted it, which is probably true. The ball was down.
4-3. Lobo. Miss hit. Winner. I think Anthony was trying to hit a Z and missed it.
Yeah, that's three lob serves.
So here's the time for David to call a timeout, Tim.
Yeah, agreed. Moreno's changed that serve.
Skip.
But what do we know?
Not much. Except we have the microphone.
That's right.
Great shot. Front wall, side wall into the glass, jammed Herrera. So Horn serving.
I think we're going to see a discussion here.
Goes back with his.
I think what Moreno is saying is that the line judge on the left says more than once has said, I can't see. And Moreno was saying, what I really want is him to make a decision. Either I agree or disagree. Don't keep saying I don't see.
I believe they're asking for another lines person.
Both teams have agreed to do so. Oh no, I'm sorry. The question is, do both teams have to agree to switch out a lines judge? And the answer is yes, both teams do have to agree. This
Tournament director can intervene in a special situation. It's like a replacement of a ball. The ref can say yes. The ref can agree as well, but he's neutral in this situation, which he ought to be.
And the same applies if there's a desire to replace a referee. One team doesn't
Correct.
get the right to say, I want a new ref just because I feel like it, or there was a bad call, whatever that may be. Quick update over on the left court. Looks like we're going to a tie break. 15-11 was the score in the second game.
Sacando Mexico 5-4. Alvaro Beltran. Segundo set. Techo de Moreno. Herrera. Piso. Punto 6-4. Moreno. Pass. Buen paseo. 7-4.
Tiempo.
Good call. Buena llamada de señor Ellis. Revisar el equipo para descansar un poco. Tiempo. Cuando regresamos aquí, score México sacando 7, Estados Unidos 4. We will return in Santo Domingo in República Dominicana. Gary Mazeroff. I'm here with Tim Baghurst and Rick Glazebrook, our producer. USA won game 1, 15-9. They find themselves at a deficit in game 2. Mexico serving 7-4. Tim?
Yeah, we had a question posted online that how do these players qualify for the Pan Ams, or how do teams qualify for the Pan Ams? It's not just a one-off situation, is it?
No. Players qualify based on the criteria of their federations. Teams qualify based on past performance, including this event.
Right, and our broadcaster director Rick reminds us to let you know that the background noise is actually rain. We're having a thunderstorm right now, so it's affecting the humidity in here, and to some extent affects the ball, although it's an air-conditioned court.
This is a qualifier, the Pan American Racquetball Championships. The Worlds back in Burlington in July 2014 were also a qualifier.
Short serve.
That's uncanny. Chance to spread the wealth, so to speak, and gives Team USA an opportunity to close the gap.
You could say that was a smart timeout.
Yep. Beltran, right side. Reverse. Reverse rollout, left corner. Anthony Herrera. Wrap it around. Ceiling. Overhead. Great get by Alvaro. Dives, has a wherewithal to reverse it into the right corner.
Yeah, a lot of players can get that ball, but it's what you do with it afterwards. And rather than push it back or go to the ceiling, he still was able to make an offensive shot, which is just incredible.
Horn. Skip. 8-4. Mexico serving. Comes back with the Z. Horn keeps hitting front wall, side wall to jam Moreno. Then they have to do something with the next shot. 9-4. So now he wraps it around. Moreno. We see that Costa Rica is ahead in the tiebreak 3-0 over Team Canada. Herrera, Moreno, back wall. Herrera, Moreno, Horn, Beltran, reverse, winner.
Beautiful.
Diez cuatro, sacando México. Javier Moreno, el menor. Splat rollout, Herrera.
And that was a tough serve, right down the wall.
So there's a case.
4 serves 10.
They push the ball into the middle. Alvaro comes in, takes it with his backhand, of course. Hits it right back down the middle and wins. Beltran, right side, winner. See, the body language has changed in favor of Mexico here. U.S. is kind of holding on. Mexico is saying, hey, we're playing the way we thought we would. Unfortunately, we lost game 1, so it's probably going to go to a tiebreak.
Yeah, Mexico have definitely stepped it up. Moreno, you heard him earlier, you know, the vamos. And, you know, a couple skips from the U.S. You see a couple heads drop.
Oh, hold it. Replay.
Replay is the correct call there. Although it looks like we might have an appeal here.
My call is just a no call, actually. Anthony would like my call is
Call stands, loss of an appeal. So U.S. has lost their first appeal. They have 4 left in game 2. Mexico has 3 left. Snap forehand winner, left side.
He's getting a lot of joy down that side this second game for sure.
Notice that the U.S. team has switched positions on the return to serve.
Wow, wonderful hands. Great anticipation. Anthony actually thought he'd won that point.
Timeout, tiempo. Dobles varones, México contra los Estados Unidos. 12 sirve a 4. Beltrán de México. Herrera. Dos botes. Punto México. 14 sirve a 4. Segundo set. Un punto para tener empate 1-1. Beltrán. Crack, vidrio. Cambio. Servidor. Moreno Jr. Sacando. Lobo. Horn. Moreno. Ángulo ancho. Cambio. Bobby Horn. California Norte, los Estados Unidos. 4 sirve a 14. Lobo Nick. Moreno. Snap forehand by Herrera. Winner. Moreno. Horn. Punto. 2 puntos enseguida, los Estados Unidos. Bobby Horn. Otra vez, Lobo Nick. Techo. Vidrio. Está pidiendo por una hinder para seguridad, pero la llamada de Curtis es cambio servidor. ¿Acuerdan de las líneas? Zeta. Kill shot, Moreno. Side out. Game point number 2 for Mexico. Beltrán. Horn. Beltrán. Herrera. Dead ball into replay.
14-6.
No. Handout.
Half down.
Ball hit Moreno on the return. And game point number 3. Techo. Es todo. Empate a 1-1. Tiebreaker, 11 puntos. 5 minutos, descanso. Vamos a regresar en 3.
Shot. 1-0. Solid, good ball. Right out. Good shot. Right out. 0 service 1. Well, replay. What do you got?
So, estamos en tránsito, tiebreaker. Estados Unidos sacando contra México. Score México 1, Estados Unidos 0. So
0-1.
we're back. Tiebreaker, Bobby Horn serving for the United States against Mexico. Moreno, Horn,
Hold it, replay.
replay, ball was up.
Do it again.
Here's a case where players need to be smart about appeals because in the tiebreak,
0-1.
not only 11 points and 2 timeouts, but they only get 3 usable appeals.
Hold it, replay.
Hold up. Safety hold up again. Horn's asking for an avoidable or at least an explanation. So there's a case. In our estimation, it was a foolish appeal.
Play 0-1.
They lost 1. They've now lost 2. It could come back to haunt them. We discussed that earlier with Tim.
Point.
No muchos,
1 service 1.
no muchas apelaciones disponibles en tiebreak. Empate 1-1. México, Estados Unidos, piso.
Half down. 1 service 1.
Sacando Anthony Herrera, vive en Arizona, Estados Unidos. Bobby Horn, pareja, vive en Norte California. Paseo, cambio.
1 service 1.
Álvaro Beltrán, Zeta, Horn, Beltrán,
Oh, skip ball.
piso.
Half down. 1 service 1.
Empate otra vez. Moreno Jr., Lobo, de voleo.
Yep, point.
Enforzado por
Service 1.
Anthony Herrera. Punto México, 2-1. So Mexico is able to get back to what brought them there, and that is
Good shot.
they got their composure, they started making shots, and they're continuing that into the tiebreaker.
Side up. One serves two.
Moreno appealed that there was an invasion by Horn on the short hop. The call stood, so they lost an appeal. They have 2 left. U.S. has 1 left.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Should be a replay. Curtis Cullen from Canada is our referee.
One serves two.
Pedro Lueres and Leo. Forget his last name. He's the lines. They are the lines people from Dominican. Herrera. Moreno.
Get
Lever.
ball.
Calls a skip.
Half down.
So both lines people disagreed with the call. No appeal used. It's a handout. 1-2. High lob. With a nick. Back wall off the ceiling. Set up. Horn. Great get by Horn. Broken ball. We'll replay it with a dead ball hinder. Folks, make sure you join us tomorrow for more of the same great action here in Santo Domingo.
Down 1-2.
We will have 4 matches, 2 ladies, 2 men's, singles semis, doubles semis in both. Ball still in play. And Anthony hits backhand that jammed into the middle. Moreno wasn't able to negotiate a return.
Serves two.
So we are tied at 2 in the tiebreak. It's the best of 3. Each has 1 game in hand, and this game goes to 11, win by 1.
2 serves two.
Nick. Ceiling. Splat winner.
Point.
Herrera.
3 serves two.
U.S. goes ahead by 1. First time in the tiebreak. It's back. Moreno. Again, splat. 2 in a row. 4-2.
4 serves two.
Ball hugged that left side wall, not negotiated by Herrera. So Mexico finds themselves with a 2-point deficit here in the tiebreak. Winner will advance to the semis tomorrow. Horn jams it in the middle. Horn rolls it out in the middle.
2 serves 4.
Moreno. See? No call.
I don't see no replay.
So Moreno's asking for a replay.
Side out.
Not called.
4 serves 2.
4 sirve a 2, Estados Unidos. Bobby Horn. Beltran. Reverse. Cambio servidor. Tiebreak, 11 puntos. 2 tiempos, 3 apelaciones disponibles. Techo. Jam. A Horn.
2 serves 4.
Cambio. Equipo. Beltran sacando. Globo. Derecha. Increíble. Increíble. Beltrán. Atletismo. Punto. 3, 4. Igual con service. Techo. Punto. Replay. Vuelve. Hinder.
3 serves 4.
Beltrán sacando. Zeta. Horn. Techo. No, round the wall.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Punto.
Point.
Evitable. Empate a 4. Beltrán. Cambio. Posición de los Estados Unidos. Horn izquierda. Herrera está a la derecha. Cruzado.
Tap down.
Cambio. Servidor. Moreno.
4. I'm just gonna do a replay.
Disgusto. Moreno.
Point.
Contrario las líneas. Punto. México. 5-4. Zeta. Pinch. Punto. México. 6-4. So the tiebreaker 2-0, 2-4, 6-4. Mexico serving. Z. Horn.
Hold it. I'm just doing a replay. Just replay.
He called a dead ball hinder. We believe it was based on what happened prior to the last shot, and that's
6 serves 4.
contact with two players. Replay. Z.
Hold it. Replay. 6 serves 4.
Right side pass, Horn. 4-6. Bobby Horn serving to Team Mexico. We're here on the IRF network, enetlive.tv. Handout. Thank our sponsors once again. Official racket of the International Racquetball Federation. E-Force, do you want to win or what? And Pro Pen, the official ball. Horn. Moreno. Herrera. Horn. Beltran.
Oh! Replay.
Okay, that ball bounced and went out of play, so it's a replay.
4
Herrera
serves
serving,
6.
second server, 4-6. He's asking if they have any timeouts. They do, they have both of them.
Four serve 6.
Sacando Herrera. Globo, Nick. Moreno. Kill. Cambio, equipo. Beltran, Mexico. When we continue, after a wiping of the floor. One serve in IRF play. Beltran serving. He's back with that near side nick. Ceiling ball, Herrera. Dead ball hinder, he held up. 6-4. Nick, right side. Horn. Got to watch out there.
6-4.
Moreno, sacando. Broken ball. The climate here certainly is having an effect, Rick, on the ball breakage. It's extremely mojado. It's wet, humid, if you will. The rains have been coming for the last few hours.
6-4.
Replay the points, 6-4. Great shot by Anthony. Timeout, USA. When we resume play, it'll be USA serving 4-6 in the tiebreak. First one to 11 goes to the semis. In your hands, Rick. Torneo de las Americas in Costa Rica, San Jose, the capital. There were 3 teams then. There are 18 here today, at least when we began, because there are countries that have been eliminated with 2 days left. We are watching the USA play Team Mexico. Bobby Horn serving. 4-6, tiebreaker. Men's doubles, quarterfinal. Get by Moreno, Horn, and killed it.
Yeah, 2 outs, thank you.
5-6.
5-6.
Errant shot by Moreno, 6 serving 6.
6-6.
If USA should rally and win this tiebreak, Team Mexico on the men's side is out of the tournament. Horn. Beltran, reverse.
Half down.
Second server. We're tied at 6.
6-6.
First one to 11 wins. Win by 1. Bob, overhead, winner.
I thought it was clean pass. Clean pass.
Applause by Alvaro on the call. Call stands. So USA has now used up their 3 appeals. 6-6, a lot of play left, and they don't have an appeal left. Pinch winner left side, Moreno.
7-6.
Sacando, Beltran, 7-6. Globo, Zeta, Herrera.
Get ball point.
Punto, Mexico, 8-6.
8-6.
Beltran, Zeta Globo, Techo, Horn, Moreno, Techo, Herrera, Vidrio, Techo, Vidrio, Herrera, Herrera otra vez.
Good ball.
Cambio servidor. México sacando Moreno.
8-6.
Vive en Chihuahua. Capital de Chihuahua, el estado es Chihuahua City. Álvaro vive en San Diego, en California Norte. Wayne, paseo, Herrera. Manos rápidos. 6-8, Estados Unidos, Horn. Zeta. Paseo. Piso. Herrera. Vive en Arizona, Estados Unidos. Región de Phoenix. Techo. Techo. Vidrio. Reversa. Cambio, equipo. Mexico. Beltran serving, 8-6. First one to 11 wins and earns a spot in the semifinals. Setup, Horn, front side. Wrap that around with his backhand. Off the side wall. Moreno serving, 8-6. Comes other side, sets him up. Herrera saves it. Beltran saves it. Splat left up, and winner. Front wall, side wall, 2 bounces. Mexico now 2 points away from grabbing a spot in the semis. USA has 1 timeout available. They have no appeals available. Mexico has all 2 timeouts available and 2 appeals. Side out, errant serve by Moreno. USA can breathe a little bit. 6 serving 9. Horn. Zeta. Moreno. Horn. Piso. Cambio. Servidor Herrera. Buscando por punto 7. Lobo. Techo. Techo. Beltran. Rally ending shot. Beltran serving now, 9-6. Beltran. Handcuffed Herrera. And Horn was visually impaired by his partner, wasn't able to return it. So match point number 1 for Mexico, 10-6. Techo, Moreno. Set and match in favor of Canada. They now earn a spot in the semi.